Just one day after welcoming their new commanding officer, the crew of the USS George H.W. Bush was busy with yet another change of command ceremony, a big one. Naval Air Force Atlantic now has a new leader. The airline commander, Rear Admiral Mike Shoemaker, has already commanded a carrier air wing and 2 carrier strike groups. But 10 on your side's Art Kahn tells us there will be plenty of challenges ahead for Admiral Shoemaker.
Change of command ceremonies are a time-honored tradition in the Navy, and at this ceremony there were some very unique historical moments to discuss for Naval Air Atlantic.
The now former Airland Commander, Vice Admiral Select Ted Branch, highlighted some of those historical moments, including the first carrier launch of an unmanned aircraft from the same ship hosting this ceremony.
I was standing right up there when the X-47B, the unmanned combat air system prototype, made its first carrier takeoff. And I'm sure the landing next month in July is going to be just as impressive right back there.
The new Airland Commander will continue his predecessor's work in advancing new technology for naval aviation. Rear Admiral Mike Shoemaker will inherit another, less desirable challenge from the old skipper as well.
I'm acutely aware of the increasingly constrained fiscal environment that we are in. Tough choices lie ahead.
Choices that involve finding money to keep his air wings flying above the clouds of sequestration.
So that we can keep those squadrons from getting down to where we have to shut them down or bring them to what we call a tactical hard deck, which means minimum proficiency for a certain amount of time, because it takes a while to build ourselves back up from that.
Budget cuts have already forced the Navy to consider limiting 2 Norfolk-based air wings to flying 11 hours per month.
So far, we've been able to weather through it and keep those next to deploy forces up to speed and ready to go, like Harry S. Truman that'll be leaving next month.
Managing a budget that must finance the operation of 7 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, 4 carrier air wings, and a strike fighter wing in this current fiscal environment will require all the experience Naval Air Force Atlantic's new leader brings to the job.
Unfortunately, the challenges posed by sequestration won't be going away anytime soon for the new commander of Naval Air Atlantic. At Naval Station Norfolk, Art Kahn, 10 on your side.
And Vice Admiral Ted Branch has been nominated to a position on the staff of the Chief of Naval Operations in Washington.